Dear students, let us see now chapter 11, dual nature of matter and radiation. First, let us know what are the terms here. Dual nature. Dual nature means two characters. Two characters of what? Of matter and radiation. Radiation here is light radiation. So, two characters of matter and two characters of light we are going to learn in this chapter. First, let us consider the light radiation. What are the two characters of light? First character we already know, that is the wave nature. We learnt about the concept called as interference, diffraction from the chapter wave optics. So from these concepts it is clear that light that act as what? That act as a wave. So it is one character. Another character of the light is particle. Another nature is particle nature. In this chapter we are going to learn about this nature of the light, that is the particle nature. These are the two characters of the light. One is the wave character, another one is the particle character. So dual nature of radiation means dual nature of light. Those dual natures are, one is the wave nature, another one is the particle nature. The discovery of electron, cathode ray, these all clearly tells us about the particle nature of the light. In this chapter we will learn about this nature, particle nature of the light. And coming to matter. Matter means here we consider the particles like electrons and protons, etc. These we consider as a matter. But we already know one character of these particles, that is what? Electron we consider as what? Electron is a particle. So we already know about this nature, that is the particle nature. We know about the particle nature, but in this chapter we will learn about the another nature, that is the wave nature of the electrons and protons. Wave nature of electrons and protons, or wave nature of the matter. As light have two nature, one is the wave nature, another one is the particle nature. Matters like electrons and protons also have the two character. One is the particle character, another one is the wave character. So it is about the dual nature of matter and dual nature of radiation. Dual nature of radiation means wave nature and particle nature. Dual nature of matter means particle nature and the wave nature. How the matter act as a wave, how the light act as a particle, we are going to learn about this. Let us start this chapter by a concept called as electron emission. Electron emission. Electron emission, name itself says that emission of what? Emission of electrons. Ejection of electrons. Ejection of electron from the metallic surface. It is defined as the ejection or liberation of electrons or free electrons from the metallic surface under the sufficient energy is called, under the sufficient energy is called electron emission. What is the meaning of electron emission? We know about the metallic surface or metallic particles or the metallic object. Metals have free electrons, and these free electrons, whenever they get sufficient energy, they will eject from the metallic surface. This process is called as electron emission. And based on the energy given to the electrons, based on the energy, there are three kinds of electron emission. First one is thermionic emission. As we discussed, whenever we give the sufficient energy to the electrons, those electrons or the free electrons, they will eject from the metallic surface. So based on the energy we are giving to electrons, there are three kinds of electron emission. First one is thermionic emission. Thermionic emission, here again the name says that thermal means heat. Whenever you supply the heat energy to a metallic material, the free electrons from that metallic surface will eject by getting what? By getting the heat energy. By getting the energy from the heat energy. The process of ejection of electrons from the metal surface under the influence of heat energy is called thermionic emission. Here, whenever you supply the heat energy, means thermal energy, heat energy, electrons from the metallic surface will eject. The ejected electrons or the liberated electrons are called as thermions. And the thermions in motion constitute thermoelectric current. As we know, electrons in motion constitute electric current. Here, thermions in motion constitute thermoelectric current. We discussed about the first emission, that is thermionic emission, which is based on what? Which is based on the heat energy. Now let us discuss second kind of electron emission, that is the field emission. The process of liberation of electrons from a metal surface by the application of or under the influence of strong electric field strong electric field is called field emission. Field emission. So what is field emission? The process of liberation of electrons from a metal surface by the application of strong electric field. In the first case, that is in the thermionic emission, we have applied what we have given thermal energy or the heat energy. In the field emission, we have given electric field so that electrons are ejected from the metallic surface. For example, we have a metallic surface here which consists of free electrons. Free electrons are there in the metallic surface, and we have kept that metallic surface in the stronger electric field. So all the electrons will, whenever you increase the strength of this electric field, as you increase the strength of electric field, all the electrons from the metallic surface will eject. They will attract towards this positive terminal. So all the electrons will eject. This is called as field emission. Emission of electrons, free electrons from the metallic surface whenever we keep that metallic surface in the electric field, stronger electric field, is called as field emission. Now the last kind, the third type of emission, that is the photoelectric emission. Photoelectric emission. Now here photo means photon or the light radiation. Light radiation, it is also considered as a photon or a wave pocket. So photoelectric emission means the process of emission of electrons from a metallic surface under the influence of light radiation. Of suitable frequency. Is known as photoelectric emission. So here photoelectric emission means again ejection of electron only, but by which source? By the light radiation. Means on the metallic surface, as the metallic surface have free electrons on it, whenever the light radiation falls on the metallic surface with sufficient frequency, with suitable frequency of light radiation, whenever the light radiation with suitable frequency falls on the metallic surface, electrons or the free electrons from the metallic surface will eject. This is called as photoelectric emission, and we need this concept photoelectric emission to understand the particle character or the particle nature of the light. So to understand particle nature of the light, we need to know this concept, that is photoelectric emission or photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect, it is discovered by Hertz, the scientist Hertz, in 1887. Actually, he was discovering or he was studying about the electromagnetic wave, and suddenly he got the concept called as photoelectric effect. Accidentally he found this concept photoelectric effect, and with the help of photoelectric effect he concluded that particle nature of the light, or light act as a particle. So what is photoelectric effect? The phenomenon of the phenomenon of emission of electrons from the photosensitive metal surface under the influence of light radiation. Light radiation of suitable frequency. Light radiation of suitable frequency is called photoelectric effect. The phenomenon of emission of electrons from the photosensitive metal under the influence of light radiation of suitable frequency is called photoelectric effect. The definition of photoelectric effect is like this. That is, already we have discussed about the photoelectron emission. Means we have a metallic surface here which have a free electrons. Whenever the light radiation with suitable frequency falls on the metallic surface, these electrons will emit, and the metallic surface from which electrons are emitting, this metallic surface is called as photosensitive metal. It is called as photosensitive metal, and the light radiation is falling with suitable frequency, so that these electrons are gaining energy from that light radiation and they are ejecting or emitting from the metallic surface. This process is called as photoelectric effect. Here, whatever the electrons liberated or ejected, the ejected electrons from the metallic surface is called photoelectrons. What are photoelectrons? The electrons ejected from the metallic surface whenever the light ray fall on the metallic surface. A light ray or the light radiation with suitable frequency falls on the metallic surface, the electrons will emit. The ejected electrons from the metallic surface is called photoelectrons. And these photoelectrons constitute current in the external circuit is called photoelectric current. The photoelectrons constitute current in the external circuit is called photoelectric current. As we know, the moving electrons or the electrons in motion constitute the current. Here we have called these electrons as a photoelectrons. Photoelectrons are the electrons which ejected from the metallic surface. So whenever the light radiation falls on the metallic surface with suitable frequency, electrons will eject from the metallic surface. Those electrons are called as photoelectrons, and these photoelectrons constitute the current in the circuit. That current is called as photoelectric current. Photoelectric current and photoelectrons. Many scientists have explained this concept called as photoelectric effect by several experiments. First, let us discuss about the Lenard's observation. Lenard's observation about photoelectric effect. He conducted an experiment and he observed photoelectric effect. But he had not named that effect as a photoelectric effect, but he observed the same phenomena. He conducted an experiment that he took two plates, metallic plates. He called one plate as a emitter plate, another one as a collector. Here C is the emitter plate, A is the collector plate. And he kept this metallic plate in the glass tube with this emitter plate is connected to negative terminal of the battery and collector plate is connected to positive terminal of the battery. And milliammeter is connected in between the collector plate and the battery. So here C is what? Emitter. It is a metallic plate called as emitter. A is collector. And he kept a window through which light radiation, that is ultraviolet radiation, is allowed to fall on the this emitter plate C. C is what? Emitter plate, metallic plate, and he allowed the ultraviolet radiation to fall on the emitter plate, which is connected to negative terminal of the battery. Positive terminal of the battery is connected to milliammeter, and milliammeter is connected to collector plate. It is also a metallic plate. Initially, he observed that whenever the light radiation made incident on the emitter plate C of an evacuated glass tube enclosing two metal plates, that current flows in the circuit, but as soon as the UV radiation falling on the emitter plate was stopped, the current stopped. These observations indicate that when UV radiation fall on the emitter plate, electrons are ejected from it, which are attracted towards the anode plate A. Let us see that C means here cathode, A means anode. Let us consider like that. C is cathode and A means anode. He made an arrangement like this. He kept these two metallic plates in the glass tube and he connected this cathode metallic collector A to the positive terminal, emitter C to the negative terminal, and in between the collector and the battery positive he connected milliammeter. And he observed that current flowing in the circuit whenever the UV radiation, ultraviolet radiation falls on the collector. So whenever as we discussed in the photoelectric effect, just we have learnt about the definition of photoelectric effect, but he experimentally observed that. Leonard experimentally observed about this, that is when UV radiation falls on this emitter plate, those electrons, as it is a metallic plate, electrons from this metallic plate got energy. They acquired energy from the UV radiation, and free electrons, those free electrons are attracted towards the anode, so that electrons in motion constitute what? Electric current. So those electrons motion, that motion of electron constituted current, and that current is absorbed in the milliammeter. From this he observed and concluded that whenever the light radiation falls on a metallic surface, electrons or a negatively charged particles will eject from the metallic surface, and this process is nothing but what? Photoelectric effect. This is about one observation, one experiment. Another one experiment is by another scientist named as Halbach's observation. Halbach's observation. He also conducted an experiment. He took a zinc plate. Zinc, as it is a metallic plate, he took a zinc plate and he connected that metallic zinc plate to the electroscope. It is the zinc plate and this one is electroscope. And we already know that electroscope means the device used to detect the presence of charges. Electroscope is the device used to detect what? Presence of charges. And zinc is the metallic plate. He connected that metallic plate to electroscope. How we detect the presence of charges? By the divergence of these leaves. For example, if we consider this as a gold leaf electroscope, there will be divergence in these gold leaves whenever presence of charges on the plate. So if we observe presence of charge on the plate, these gold leaves will diverge. So he connected, to test that, he connected that zinc plate to what? Zinc plate to gold leaf electroscope. Initially, this zinc plate is uncharged. It is uncharged. And whenever the light ray falls on this zinc plate, all the free electrons which are reside on the metallic plate will acquire the energy, again they will eject. So there is what? Ejection of the electrons or ejection of the negatively charged particle. So that divergence in the gold leaves takes place. That indicated what? Liberation or ejection of the electron from the metallic surface. Initially zinc plate was neutral. As we know, all the particles in the nature are, most of the particles are what? They are neutral. So initially this zinc plate is also neutral. But whenever the light radiation has fallen on the zinc plate, all the free electrons acquired the energy. They acquired the energy and they have ejected. Ejected from what? Ejected from the zinc plate. And that we have observed in the divergence of the gold leaves. So this also concluded or clearly tells us about the photoelectric effect. Means light which is in the form of photons, that is the wave pocket, or light is in the form of photon now. So the name is photoelectric effect. Light ray or the light radiation is in the form of photon that has fallen on the zinc plate. So electrons from the zinc plate have ejected, and that we have observed through the gold leaf electroscope. And whenever you are increasing the strength of the light radiation, it was initially uncharged. Zinc plate becomes positively charged if electroscope is initially uncharged. And zinc plate becomes more positively charged if electroscope is initially positively charged. Means as you increase the strength of light radiation, more number of electrons will liberate. As the body or this zinc plate loses electron, that becomes what? Positively charged. Whenever you increase strength of the light radiation, zinc plate will acquire positive charge by losing what? By ejecting electrons. It is about Helmholtz observation. So from these two experiments, we concluded that whenever the light radiation falls on a metallic surface, electrons will acquire energy from the light radiation and they will eject from the metallic surface. But the light radiation should be with suitable frequency so that electrons will emit. That suitable frequency or the minimum frequency is called as threshold frequency, and we will discuss about threshold frequency in the next lecture.